Hi, this is William Ramsey. The following video is about the disappearance and water death of Zachary Marr. His disappearance took place on February 13th of this year, 2016, in downtown Boston, Massachusetts. Zachary Marr was a 22-year-old college student celebrating his birthday with his cousins at the Bell in Hand Tavern. Here's a picture of the bar during the daytime. At 1:50 a.m. on the early morning of February 13th, 2016, Zachary Marr stepped out into the evening for a cigarette. It was an extremely cold night, but bouncers refused to let him return. You can see him standing by one of the doors of the bar. These pictures are taken from a surveillance camera at a nearby business. You can see from this map that the Bell in Hand Tavern is close to the downtown of Boston, almost across the street from Boston City Hall. This is what the Bell in Hand Tavern looked like during the daytime. The tavern claims to be one of the oldest, if not the oldest, bars in the United States. After Zachary Marr left this bar in the early morning hours of February 13th, 2016, he was never seen again.
Just come back, buddy. That's it. Just come back, please.
A Harvard dad is pleading with the public to help bring his son home. 22-year-old Zachary Marr was last seen around 1:40 Saturday morning near the Bell in Hand Tavern in Boston.
It's past 40 hours. And just a little, we're all getting a little freaked out.
The Marr family's nightmare all started as a celebration. Matt dropped his son off at the Littleton train station on Friday.
It's not often that he's able to go into the city and have some fun with his cousins. You know, they were celebrating his birthday. His birthday was on the 11th.
Not too long before closing time, Marr stepped outside the Bell in Hand to make a phone call. He sent a Snapchat photo to his cousins that he couldn't get back inside. As the bar emptied out, Zach was nowhere to be found. His cousins kept calling.
And then he tried it again, and this is like within a 4 or 5 minute span. And it went right into voicemail, whether the phone was turned off or the battery went dead.
Zach's dad said his son works full-time and is going to school. He said this disappearance is completely out of character. He said he just wants his son to walk through the door, no questions asked.
Just come home. It's okay. It's gonna be fine.
And detectives with Boston and the Harvard Police Departments are working on this case, also checking surveillance cameras throughout this neighborhood. If you were in the area, you think you recognize...
Now, what happened to Zachary? Family and friends of a missing Harvard student looking for answers after the 22-year-old disappeared. WBC's Louisa Moeller's live outside the Bell in Hand Tavern. That's where this young man was last seen. Louisa?
The Bell in Hand Tavern is to her right.
Paula, and the search for answers continues. Family and friends of Zachary Marr's reached out to local area shelters for answers, and they also, of course, came right back here to where he was last seen. We go up that road. Zachary Marr's family and friends took their desperate search to the streets Monday, posting flyers in the popular Faneuil Hall area, hoping that someone will recognize this grinning face.
The plan's just to get as much information out as we can, and hopefully someone will have seen him or he'll see it and get in touch with one of us.
The 22-year-old from the town of Harvard was celebrating his birthday with his cousins at the Bell in Hand bar Friday night, when family members say he simply went outside to grab a smoke. And just like that, he vanished.
Zach's never taken off. He's always been in touch with one of us, always.
The only evidence he was even outside the bar that night, an image captured by surveillance video at a nearby business.
He was like a brother to me and my brother. We'd spend so much time at his house with his parents. It's just crazy that he'd vanish so suddenly.
A young man with a full-time job who was taking classes on the side, just gone. Those closest to him doing their best not to give up hope.
I honestly have no idea. I just hope wherever he is, he hears us, we love him, and just to come home.
The manager of the Bell in Hand made the following statement. We have provided video to his family and the police, and it showed Zachary leaving the Bell in Hand at 1:20 a.m. And the video clearly shows that Zachary did not try to re-enter the Bell in Hand. It does, however, show several other customers leaving and re-entering. he would not have been denied access. Other video has shown he was last seen in front of the garage heading towards the surface artery.
Tonight, there could be new clues in the search for a missing 22-year-old man who was last seen about a week and a half ago leaving the Bell in Hand Tavern in Boston. This as search teams were in the water near Nashua Street today looking for any sign of Zachary Marr.
Bill Shields is live in Boston for us tonight. And Bill, there is surveillance video that shows him in that area.
According to the Boston police, they have new surveillance video that shows Zach Marr apparently right around here. You see the locks in back of me here in the Charles. Apparently he was right around here 10 days ago. They haven't released that video yet, but it prompted a pretty good sized search here by dive teams from the state police and the Boston police from all day today.
This is an important statement made on February 24th. Listen to it again.
But it prompted a pretty good sized search here by dive teams from the state police and the Boston police from all day today. Two dive teams, Boston police and state police, spend much of the day in the murky waters of the Charles River, right at the locks. They were looking for the body of 22-year-old Zach Marr. He's been missing for 10 days now.
We're just worried, sick, we're heartbroken.
Family and friends put up flyers shortly after Zach went missing. He'd been at this bar near Faneuil Hall with his cousins. It was early Saturday morning, the 13th, when he stepped out for a smoke without his jacket. This is the last video of Zach. Then he disappeared.
I'm working 40 hours a week, and he's going to school full time, taking 5 classes. And, you know, the stress of our grandmother passing away, and I just hope that he can come home.
And apparently that surveillance video shows Zach right around here on the early morning hours of the 13th. Nonetheless, a massive search effort has failed to produce any results. Reporting live from Boston, I'm Bill Shields, WBZ News. Back to you guys.
On March 15th, 2016, the body of Zachary Marr was pulled from the Charles River. The body of Zach Marr was found in an area that had already been thoroughly searched by state and local police. It was close to the state police barracks and the Museum of Science. I'll show you here on the map. The red flag shows the Bell in Hand Tavern in the center of Boston, and his body was found to the northwest, close to the Museum of Science. Zachary Marr was missing for 32 days. Near where the body of Zachary Marr was found were the words, "Empty-handed I entered the world, and barefoot I will leave it," scrawled on the top of yellow columns. The phrase is taken from a poem written by a Japanese monk in 1360. The full version of the poem is, "Empty-handed I entered the world, barefoot I leave it, my coming, my going, 2 simple happenings that got entangled." What's not surprising is that near where the body of Zachary Marr was found, someone spray painted a smiley face. If you like the video, please subscribe and share. The information about the poem was from a blog, Cryptid Antiquarian, so go check that out. Thank you very much.